in the same country known for slavery, known for oligarchies and corruption in the serious Krasnodar Krai province of Russia, southwest of Moscow, there is a racing event about to go underway as qualifying has already begun and the first lap has been set by Gemini. Welcome to the Sirius Autodrome, better known as Sochi, host of the Russian Grand Prix all the way up until 2021. And then, of course, world events flip that on its head. Past winners, Hamilton, Bottas, the two most dominant drivers around this circuit as of recent times. And today, it is anybody's game. Hamilton dominant in the Mercedes, and it is a Mercedes that is poised to strike around this track. Wyside looking to claw his way back into the lead of the championship after losing out by 1 point now to Pedro with just 3 races to go in the season. Wet conditions expected at the start. It's going to get worse. It's going to rain all the way through lap 20 before it dries out for a final 10-lap dry stint at the end of this race. So these drivers a lot on their plates. Let's head now to the brunt of quali. 12 minutes to go. So we're on board with Clams right now, who has pace. And sometimes we don't give him enough credit for that. If he can get a good result alongside Wyside today, if they finish ahead of the Williams, they are set up for the last 2 races. What are the last 2 races, you may be asking? Next week, we head to Qatar.
Wait, 2
and
more
following
races
that,
left
the
in the
season-ending race in Saitama. What?
There's 2 more races?
Yes, bro.
Damn. I didn't even know that.
So the championship, very, very close at the moment. With 45 seconds to go on quali. It's Dungeon, Wyside, Eurofi, Alan, Pedro, 33. Math, Split, Clam, and Astor, which were the 2 drivers to set laps at the beginning. Dungeon receives his final warning that he's not on the Mercedes team. He needs to go drive for Porsche. And that is true. So the Mercedes FIA action will not be taken against Merc here. If it goes against anyone, it's going to go against Dungeon, simply because of the fact that Wyside and 33 are doing this, and they don't really have any say, and they have not asked Dungeon to run on track with their car's livery. As a Audi there going wide in the background, not sure which driver that was. And it looks like it was Jose. Jose Sardina, bro. Let's go.
All right, that's the end of
Wyside
quali.
now. This is going to be his last lap. If he was able to cross the line, it looks like he was, and no improvement. So Dungeon not improving either out front. So again, the order kind of still staying the same. Alan is on a lap. And Alan sets a 27.3. Lightning had a 27.5, but has bailed from his lap. So Alan up the field right now, looking to improve. And is he able to now is the question, coming out of the final 2 corners onto the straightaway here at Sochi. As Alan makes his way to the line, 120.8, is he going to improve? And he does, gets a 727, which is a great aircraft, but unfortunately it's not enough to move himself up the leaderboard. Wyside invalidates Sector 2, and it looks like Dungeon has also bailed from the lap, and that might in fact be quali for the top 5 contenders. So 33 is going to hold on to P6, Pedro P5, Alan 4th, Lightning's running P3. Good lap from him early, not able to improve much more though. And Wyside and Dungeon hold on to spots 1 and 2. Front row for those 2, which always seem to get into trouble.
All right,
anyway,
we'll be right back with the race.
Now, of course, him and Dungeon were teammates with Peugeot at the start of this season. Now, enemies. Who's going to come home with the victory? It's going to be over 30 laps of racing action. What are we in for today, lads? The stewards are making their final preparations. It is a full grid. Look at the field, the amount of cars as we await lights out from the line whenever they decide to do it. I can't see, but trust me, it's on its way. Don't worry, we'll get them at some point here. as soon as they cross the line, will have a picture. They're told to watch the lights. You can hear the cars revving, and now they're out. So here we go. Away at Sochi, Russian Grand Prix, first straightaway, first turn, in the rain. And it's the Mercedes moving up in the picture. Alongside Allen up front, it's Wysai and Allen up two, maybe the front leading positions, and the Williams looking strong as well. There may have been a car that went off already in turn one. You've got to get used to 25% rain on the fly. It was not this in quality. You haven't already had experience with it today. It can be a bit of a switch. Couple cars go wide in the background. I think that was Tim almost into the wall in the background. Lightning into the lead of the race, followed by Wysai. Allen and Dungeon at each other's throats behind. 33 in the mix as well. Pedro's gonna lose a bit of time. His teammate Lightning opening up the gap already on lap one. And there's the Williams using those Duracell batteries full deploy, trying to pull away. Wysai, Allen, Dungeon, Math, Pedro, 33, all within a second and chasing. Wysai wants to win this race. He has to at least finish ahead of Pedro for the drivers. Constructors on the line, as we said as well. The Mercs need to finish ahead if they want a chance next week in Qatar. But for now, Lightning's gonna lead them through the last two corners onto the straightaway, barring any sort of slip up. And there's already one DNF, and it's Math Kiddo. Math Kiddo is dead. Dead to rights on the backstretch. He's out. Looks like he hit the wall in Sector 2, and that's that. Now Lightning under attack from Wysai. So Math Kiddo, who qualified well, now out of this race. Now 2 DNFs, and there's another man falling down the order. Is that Tim, the Ferrari who ran wide? Now also out of the race. 2 DNFs, and it's only lap 2. So really 2 and 1. Not the type of special at the grocery store that I am interested in, but still out front. It is a battle of champions between Lightning, Wysai, Dungeon. Pedro now trailing by a little bit, and behind is Allen. So the top 6 today looks like they would be clear, and there's Pedro going off the track extremely wide and over the curbing. Picks up an invalidation, is going to get passed by Allen. The Canadian moves into P4. He's deploying all of his Tim Hortons coupons right now and trying to pull past the Williams. So, what an interesting opening for the moment right now. Wysai and Dungeon have absolutely gapped the rest of the field. These two, who I said are going to engage in shenanigans, definitely doing so on lap 2 as the rain is now going to start building up to 80% from 25. Slowdown! Is that a slowdown for Wysai? 3 seconds lost into the front stretch. You've got out at least another 1.5 seconds at a critical corner. Exit onto the straightaway. Not the place to lose. Not the place to pick up a penalty. Clam sets the fastest lap. Dungeon's gonna pull away. Opens the gap, and now Wysai has to contend with the McLaren and the Williams on lap 3. Oh my goodness. Chaos in Sochi. 2 DNFs. And everybody's all over the place. Dungeon struggling for grip, and now sideways and into the wall again. What is happening to McLaren? They think they're on slicks out there. Are they Ferrari? Like, what's happened? Anyway, Dungeon now leading by 5.3. Nobody else is comfortable in these conditions. Pedro is losing in every sector. Dungeon is giving Pedro belt to right now. I'm not even going to lie to you, Twin. Dungeon forced to come into the pits now. And here comes Pedro as well. Wysai boxing. So the leaders, all 4 of the front runners, all 5 of the front runners coming in for wet tires. It is miserable out there. And now Ian and Kogo also diving in. They kind of have to at this point. Clams as well. Will Crims come in, or does he stay out? Crims stays out. Zyro coming into the pits as well. So these drivers coming in for wets. You can gain some track position here by staying out on the inters, but it's just going to keep getting worse. So I don't understand why, if you've already heard over your radio from your team engineer that the cars on track are literally doing donuts, like, why wouldn't you have just boxed right there if all 6 of the cars in front of you just came in? Are we Ferrari under the VSC at Melbourne? Let me know. I hate to diss on Ferrari, but it's so truth. And we've already had a Ferrari DNF today. 3 DNFs, make it count on lap 6. Dungeon out front by 5.5. Wyside now trailing Pedro by 3. And there's Koga, who stayed out. Actually, no, he's already on the wet tires. He must have started on them. Now feeling the benefits of that, as he's up to P4, fighting alongside Allen and Clams right now for that P4 spot. Now, theoretically, Allen should pull away, but Wyside, again, not optimal for the man that he even if he loses to Dungeon here today, he just needs to beat Pedro. He needs to beat Pedro. This is the real race. 1 point in the championship. This could be the swing. And at the end of the season, we saw it with Verstappen in real life. If one incident doesn't happen, he could have won the championship. People will argue to the ends of the earth, if he doesn't hit Russell in Barcelona, that he could have made it happen. Well, now the gap is 1 point with only 2 races to follow. If he's gonna make it happen, it needs to be here, at the track that has tormented him, in PL23, in AWC, in so many different leagues, as they finally catch up to the rest of the lap traffic. The same driver that Dungeon passed, who is still unidentified, but we know is one of the Audis, and it is in fact Gemini, who's 2 laps down. I thought he DNF'd, but no, he's just that far down. Meanwhile, Pedro and Wyside fly past, and this is critical. Wyside needs to find a way past him. He's got plenty of laps to do it before the end of this race, but he needs to make it happen. Gemini into the wall, question mark, DNF! There's the DNF, and the commentator's curse strikes again. The 3rd DNF of the race. As soon as I talk about him bidding it into the wall, he actually makes it happen. Meanwhile, Wyside and Pedro fighting for P2, and the gap 3/10 between these 2 drivers. They've closed the gap to Dungeon by a little bit. Potentially Dungeon making a mistake at some point, but not enough for a slowdown. Wyside still chasing down Pedro, but not able to find time in any of the corners to pull past. Again, remember, wet tires do not degrade that quickly, so this is truly down to driver skill. They also boxed on the same lap. It is completely down to your acclimatization, your adaptability in these changing weather conditions. The gap now extending to Dungeon, maybe feeling a little bit of the mentality differences, as apparently a 4th DNF registered, and I can't see who did it, but I know for a fact there was a car off.
It was 16.
But who is guilty? No, please. Well, it won't show on my screen. It really won't.
No, it was
So,
the
I
guy.
can't tell you who
it
did
was
it.
the guy who was in 16th place.
XX?
Yeah.
What? No. So, 4th DNF of the day is going to go to XX Mario, who was lapping with a 140. Was that Zyro? That was Zyro. Zyro put it into the wall in Sector 1, but he is alive and breathing, but rolling very slow. Track hazard. Why? Oh my gosh! This madman is on softs! What? Why is Zyro on softs? He's drifting. Look at that boy. Man. Get back on the track, Paul Walker. We have things to do, as he is getting passed by everybody and absolutely fishtailing, and absolutely just ran into his teammate. Flying by is Allen. And it looks like they just kissed front wings there. Why is Zyro absolutely engaging in the shenanigans and tomfoolery? Running soft tires through Sector 1. Get this man off that track expeditiously. Meanwhile, Dungeon Fanatics out front, 8 seconds and closing now. The gap, Wyside, moving in. Pedro 19 seconds down. Oh my god. Oh my god. Slow down, Dungeon Fanatics. Cancel that. Gap under 5. Pedro, on the other hand, 15 seconds down the Wyside, losing even more time. Lightning out front. But now, if Zyro hasn't technically DNF'd, I mean, he's technically on the track. Like, you can't take him off. He is technically racing. So there's 5, but if one other person DNFs, it would be a red flag. Wyside is now within 2 seconds? What?
6 seconds?
What happened? I looked away for once. Oh my god, Wyside with a sick drift. Holy crap. Out of that. Oh my gosh, that was sick. No, we missed that.
Bro, 6'7".
But
boxing.
bro said I'm a RX-7 today, and absolutely standing around that corner. Insane stuff.
I guess,
These drivers
bro.
now swapping. to the intermediate tires. Enters it will be. The green comes on, and that does not mean eco-friendly. The rubber is sourced from the Congo, which of course was colonized by Belgium, and they used to cut off people's hands if they weren't making enough rubber.
I don't think we're allowed to say that on stream.
Just a history lesson. Look up King Leopold II of Belgium, and look up Belgian Congo, and you'll find out what I'm talking about. YSI getting an insane amount of airtime over the curb. Kogo is going to move back up to P3 as Lightning boxed this lap.
DRS is enabled now. So
Yep,
guys,
wings
if you
fly
would
over.
like
Clam
to use your
sideways,
DRS,
clam sideways. There is a clam sideways in Sector 2. P6 driver now going to get passed by 33, who is coming full beans on the inters. Excuse me, sir. Let me slingshot past you like we're in Angry Birds. If I was an Angry Bird, I would be the yellow one. Chuck. 33 into P6. And Clams runs wide behind him. Clams struggling now. Wets. Bad decision. Should have boxed last lap, stupid. Dungeon out front on lap 19. YSI now 1 second down in DRS range. Banking on not getting a slowdown here. So, look at the gaps between the field. The only battle right now is the battle of trash versus garbage for P11 between Allen and JCN. And the only other one that is of note for now is going to be between Dungeon and YSI. Let's take a look real quick. JCN and Allen. There we go. Allen's going to get past him now. Allen's running hard tires, planning to go to the end of this race, but I don't think that's a great idea. Now, if you come onto a dry track, it is possible that no one else DNFs, but we'll see, unless, of course, someone throws the game. Dungeon Fanatics under pressure from YSI, and they're both coming to the pits at the same time, and guess what? I think YSI picked up a slowdown right there on pit entry. If you're going to get it anywhere, that is the perfect place. So, YSI lost probably like half a second instead of 3.
Yo,
Into pit
Zyro
entry. It was
crashed.
not intentional.
Zyro crashed.
Who did?
Zyro.
Who did?
Zyro crashed.
He was sitting on blithering softs the whole time. He's already
it's a
been
red
out.
flag. We're gonna have
Oh,
a race
I
restart.
see what he did. He crashed himself on purpose to get back into the race. You think you're slick, don't you?
Oh,
Bro, you came
man.
out on softs in wet conditions. DNF. What? The call for 13 laps.
See, but look, as soon as they like pass the line, then you can click shift and then you
Yeah, I
get-
will.
All right, here we
So,
go.
with 3, 4, 5 red lights, it's women's rights out, and away we go. Cross the line. Dungeon Fanatics and YSI, the front row. Hold on. Now here comes Kogo running P3 at the start, and now immediately under attack. 2 Williams in the mix, and 33 had a great start. 33 up into the mix. Oh my goodness, coming away from the line, one of the Mercedes. Oh, thankfully it was not YSI, but 33 with a ton of airtime over the turn 1 curbing. That really unsettled this car, but he's held on. So, oh my gosh, Allen's bitten again. He is as well. 2 cars upside down. What? What a race restart, and there's a front ring on the track that doesn't belong to either driver, so who just lost a wing? And the one Aston Martin already so far back as well. That's Crims Moss. Out front, Dungeon Fanatics and YSI. In through Sector 2, side by side. 33 up into P3. This is the slick pace I was talking about. He can put pedal to the metal. He can make that car go around the corners when he is on a dry track, and he can put a nail in the coffin for this race in specific to Williams if he holds on. But the combined attack of Lero and Pedro behind, they are hounding him. They are coming after him like a pack of wolves. Even if there's just 2 of them, 2 U-boats can easily sink an allied merchant vessel as YSI moves into the lead against Dungeon out front. And that is Erling Haaland himself leading all over the back of that Mercedes.
there's a crash
Jose has
car.
fallen off a little bit. Oh my God, Aston Martin in the wall. Which one?
No.
Crims Moss. Crims in the wall, another DNF. YSI out front, chased down by Dungeon Fanatics. Half a second now, extending the gap through Sector 2. Can he get back in the mix? Wing flies open, run into turn 1. Here comes Dungeon and YSI. They've got to get through clean. You're balancing everything. You're balancing risks. You're balancing tire wear. You're getting used to the mediums after running on the wets all day. You're balancing ERS strategy, amount of warnings, everything on the line. There's so much to analyze and respond to. You don't have enough time. You just have to do it without thinking, and that is what separates the two drivers out front from the rest of the field. They are pure machines out front right now. The Porsche and the Mercedes flying past, and Kogo, I thought was in the wall, and Crimson just parked himself there instead. So I'm not sure if he's doing it on purpose, but he has spun multiple times, and the Aston now seems like he's off the track. Meanwhile, ChatGPT and Claude AI out front, at least that's how they're driving, if those AIs were trained to be the best racers in the world, because they are clear by 2 seconds and Lightning's not catching. 33 has cleared Pedro by 8/10. Pedro can't get by. Kogo's so far in the distance, it's like he's in Narnia right now. 8 seconds down, only 5 laps in. They're putting like a second and a half a lap on these guys. Why? And he disconnects a second time. So it qualifies him as a DNF now in a race where he... What the what the what? Ah! What? That's it, Fanatics! What?
What?
Did you see that? Did you see that? Let me know. Was that? Did you catch that on stream, Chase?
Yes, no, not the moment.
I can't say a word. Oh my gosh. Bro. The racing gods today have just said, this man deserves nothing good in life. Take everything away from him. Oh my gosh, ban me. Okay, Wysai on course to win this race with Lightning inside 2 seconds, and 33 there as well. So now Mercedes in a great position. The Porsche out of the picture. Oh my gosh, Pedro's wide. Pedro picks up a slowdown. Oh, goodbye podium chances. Here comes Kogo. Oh my gosh, what happened? What a race restart. And now 33 could get Lightning here. This could be a 1-2 lockout for Mercedes. It's that slick pace that he needed. Can he make it happen is the question. Front wings to... Oh my gosh, he's just... I'm sorry. Okay. My side out front. 1.5 seconds right now between Lightning and Wysai and 33 chasing. Oh my gosh, by half a second to Lightning right now. I can't breathe.
Bro.
And I'm not from Minnesota. What type of... For who?
In the VC chat.
For Alan, I don't think he needs to be penalized. I think it's okay.
Look at Alan.
Look.
What is he doing now?
I think it's okay. Don't. It's fine. It's over. It's over. It's over.
Yo, this guy.
What is going on? Oh my gosh!
Yo,
what?
This guy.
What? Stop! I'm too young. Jeffrey. Sorry.
This guy. Yo,
Man, the flying Doritos in session.
Bro.
Someone call Area 51. Did they lose a UFO? We gotta get back to the front, bro. I can't lie.
I mean, it's gonna get clipped in stream, but like, actually, like, yo, this is funny.
In fact, the gap extending by 3/10 through this lap. Pedro will not catch. Pedro's gonna bring in home P4. Kogo 21 seconds behind. Not sure what happened to him. He ended up in a different area code after running third for a considerable portion of the race, if not fourth. Looking strong in JCN, another 10 seconds behind him. So, man, 42 seconds down the Wysai. 42 seconds, hands down, is all I need. But Wysai on the final lap is on pace to win this race. Pause. What did he say? Oh my gosh, did he lose stability? No, he's okay. The Swedish driver is going to take the lead in the championship with a very, very convincing drive. Sochi, the track that has bitten his ass in every single league for so long, now he gets a little bit of revenge. Says, come here, good boy. Let me put a collar around your neck and leash you Show you who's your daddy, says YSIRB. What is this commentary?
Yikes.
Lap 13, after we switched from the red flag to softs, dries, slicks, whatever you want to call it, and now YSI, with just a couple of corners to go, is going to win in Sochi. 33 will not catch lightning. It's going to be a great result for him. Pedro's going to bring it home 4th dungeon. What could have been? Allen absolutely flipped. So many interesting crashes. The BMW shenanigans. Everybody having a little bit of fun. A little bit of chaos. But the man that's going to survive the chaos today is YSI. Retakes the lead in the championship. Wins the Russian Grand Prix. And behind him, Lightning brings it home 2nd. 33 with the final podium spot. Good day for Mercedes. Constructors. Championship back on. Pedro brings it home P4. Kogo coming to the line. Gonna take us home in P5. There's your top 5. YSI wins in Sochi. JCN bringing it home in front of his teammate Astra right now. The Peugeots are gonna get 6-7. And Kylie is gonna finish on the winning lap. But 50 seconds down. He's gonna bring it home 8th. And Clarence technically should be 9th. And man, from 19 cars on the grid down to under 10.
Guys, let's just look at Allen.
What did we
for a
witness?
second. Let's just look at Allen for a second.
This will go down in history as one of the races of all time. One of the races of all time. For sure.
Look in the stream. Let's just
Wow.
Let's just like